Good morning. Welcome to Old Vine Zen. I'm Jan, and it's early, really early, Sunday morning, but my favorite time of day. Thank you for joining me. I was going to do something lighthearted today, something kind of humorous, but I wasn't feeling it. So if I'm not feeling what I'm talking about, I can't do it. So I have a long day ahead, kind of heavy day, and I'm more in that vein right now. So I was thinking the other day, I've been studying the Roman philosophers, and I've been studying them for years, but I was just kind of getting back to it. And there was a slave back then. His name was Epictetus, and he was owned by a very mean man. And he was beaten. He was starved. He had a hard life for, they figure, between 20 and 30 years until he was freed. And then he was a philosopher. And he always said that he felt free, freer than all the men out there that weren't slaves, that weren't confined, because his mind, he was free in his mind, where a lot of men out there at that time, they were so entrapped by their desires. They wanted more power. They wanted more money. They wanted more possessions. And that's what really kind of trapped them, because they were always seeking that, where he had none of that. He was free in his mind. And he always said, because of that freedom in his head, he was much freer than anyone out that wasn't captured and held like he was. And there was another philosopher, Viktor Frankl. He was a Holocaust survivor, and I've talked about him in my videos before. And he always said, he wrote a book after he got out, and he said, they can take everything away from a man, everything, except one thing, his attitude. They can't take that, the last of a person's freedom. And you are free. You are free. No one owns you. No one owns your mind. And I'm not saying you don't have obligations and things you have to take care of. I'm talking about no one owns your head. That's yours. Your thoughts are yours. And you can do with them what you want. So there's no person, there's no possession, there's no title, there's no relationship that can be truly possessed. And so years ago, one more little story, and I never forgot it. And it's been, probably 30, 40 years, I don't know. I lose track of time when you get old. An art collector, a famous art collector, his collection was the most beautiful, expensive collection. And he was being interviewed, and the interviewer said, "You own the most beautiful paintings." And the art collector looked at him and said, "No, no, sir, I don't own these paintings. I'm a steward of them. I care for them right now, but they're not mine. They'll move on to other people at some point. Someone else will care for them, but for now they're under my, under my care." And I thought that is so true. So you can love without possessing. You can care without clinging to someone or something. With an open heart, you have it at this moment, and so you enjoy it and care for it, but it's not yours. So you don't own anyone. And we think sometimes in those terms, well, he's mine, she's mine, they're mine. No, they're not. They're just walking beside you, or it, your possession. At some point you won't have it. It's just walking with you at this moment. And there's a freedom in that, in just understanding things come and things go. You don't own anything. And when you understand that, that fear of losing something disappears because you understand that it was never yours. It was yours to enjoy for a while. And no one owns you. Not one person owns you. They do not own you. So you're free. And that's my message today. To care for things with open hands instead of tight fists. Open. And just care for it while you have it. Understanding you won't always have it. And not to be mad if someone finds a time to leave. To release with gratitude of the time you had it. Okay, that's my lesson today. Okay, so let's meditate for a few minutes on about it. So see if it sinks in. It's something you want to take with you, or maybe you don't. It's your choice. That's the great thing, right? No one owns your mind. Okay, so let's get comfortable. Put your head down or lay down or recline, whatever feels good for you. And take a nice, deep, relaxing breath. Just settle in. Settle your hips in. Relax your legs. Soften your jaw. Finding a comfortable position. Close your eyes softly or lower your gaze. Just allow the body to settle. There's nothing you need to accomplish. Just simply breathe. Feel the body sitting here. Feel the breath arriving and feel the breath leaving. Relax your shoulders. Stretch your toes if you can. Relax your hands and your fingers as we arrive in this moment. Together, you and I. Breathing in, feel your breath. Breathing out, feel it leave. Everything comes into our lives, and at some point, everything leaves. And that's the way. That's the way. It's the natural rhythm of life. No one owns you, and you don't own anyone else. Let those words settle into your mind. No one owns your thoughts. No one owns your feelings. No one owns your dreams. No one owns the person you are becoming. You may have responsibilities. You may have commitments. You may belong to families and friendships and communities and relationships. But belonging is not the same as being possessed. You can belong somewhere and still be free. And you can love someone and still allow them to be free. Bring to mind someone you love And notice what arises. Perhaps tenderness, perhaps gratitude, perhaps fear, because you desire to hold on to them. Now imagine holding that person in your hands as you might hold something precious. And slowly, gently open your hands. Not because you love them less, but because you love them enough to let them be what they are. And you can say silently to yourself, I don't need to possess you to love you. I don't need to control you to care for you. And I don't need to hold you tightly to keep you in my heart. And breathe. Just breathe and feel your breath. How lovely does that feel? Now turn that same kindness towards yourself. Perhaps you have to spend years trying to control who you should be, trying to become someone you thought you were supposed to be. Trying to hold yourself to old expectations. Now open your hands. Let yourself be human, changing, learning, growing, becoming. You're not a possession. You're not a problem to be solved or controlled. You're a living being moving through an impermanent world. And everything you love is moving through that world with you. So perhaps our task is not to hold everything tightly. Perhaps our task is to be present while we have it, to love while we can, to appreciate while we can, to say thank you while we can. And when something must change, to meet that change with an open heart. Take one more slow breath and silently say to yourself, I will love without possessing. I will care without controlling. I will hold gently what life places in my hands. And when life asks me to open my hands, I will try to release with gratitude. Rest here for a few moments. Nothing to hold, nothing to own, nothing to force, just this breath, just this moment, just this life. Breathing in, breathing out. Mind to cherish, mind to love, and then with gratitude to release. So, in closing, may we remember that everyone we meet is walking a path that ultimately belongs to them. And may we offer ourselves that same freedom. No one owns you. You do not own anyone. So for a little while, we simply walk together beneath the same sky. And perhaps that is enough. Peace in all directions. And now, as we close our meditation for this morning, we go forward with open hands to care for who and what we care for while we have it. And now, as we close and we slowly come back, and we feel the air around us, our eyes are still closed. We feel the things around us that we enjoy, and we are grateful for as long as we have it. And slowly, you may reopen your minds, and we will close for today. So none of this is to bring fear onto you or sadness. This is to make you free, to feel free, to enjoy, to not grasp on and be tight and worried, but to just enjoy. Enjoy your breath while you have it. Enjoy your heartbeat and enjoy the little comforts of life every day and to be appreciative of it. Okay, there you go. I know you probably heard Ollie growling, but that's life, right? That's life, and nothing's perfect. And what I want to talk about next week, oh, I can't wait. It's so funny because I get so excited about what I want to talk about. I know most people don't. I do, so I feel it, I feel it, what I'm talking about. And it doesn't resonate with everyone, but some. Okay, so have a good day. I have a long day ahead, and but I'll make it through. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next week, and write to me if you'd like. I love hearing from you. I love it when you share something with me. Not praise upon me, because that's not what I'm talking about. Just part of you, part of your life, makes me feel closer to you. So only if you feel like it. All right, take care. I'll see you soon.